This public hearing is called to order. Sandy, call the roll, please.
Mr. Archer?
Here.
Mr. Bollinger?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Mayor Stanley?
Here. Ordinance 2017-04 to adopt a public records policy for City of LaFollette. Sandy, you have a comment on that?
This is a standard policy. It was sent down from the comptroller's office on open records request. All municipalities will be passing this by July 1. We just got it done ahead of time, and it's just a standard policy.
Okay. Yeah, is there any comment from council? Ann?
No.
Hold on, Bill. No. Anybody from the public?
I will say that LUB will be passing
Same thing.
same policy. Appreciate Stan sending his draft over there to save us a lot of work.
Okay. All right. Being no comments, the public hearing is adjourned. Going to our regular meeting, this meeting is called to order. Chief, you the honor department, please. Please stand.
Fill the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, precious Father, I want to thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us each and every day, Lord. The things that we often forget, the fact that you give us the opportunity to take the next breath, take the next step. We often forget those things, but you all are to be honored for those type of things and thank you for those type of things. We also want to thank you for sending your son, Christ, to the cross to die for our sins. It's certainly a gift that we can never repay, and we certainly love you for that. We love and honor him for the things that he's done for us in our lives. Now, as we continue with this meeting, Lord, we ask that you give those in power the knowledge to make good decisions to help move the city forward in a proper way. These things we ask in your name.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief. Please be seated. Stand, call the roll, please.
Mr. Archer? Present. Mr. Bollinger?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Mayor Stanley?
Here. Item number 4, approval of your minutes from your March 2017 meeting. What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve, Mayor.
I have a motion, Mr. Bowler. Have a second.
Second.
I have a second, Mr. Wilson. Call the roll.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, reports from your boards, your committees, and your department heads. What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion we approve.
I have a motion by Ms. Thompson. Have a second.
Second.
I have a second, Mr. Bowler. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, any comments from the citizens? Noted being none. Announcements. I have one. Tomorrow on April the 5th, Council and I is declaring a proclamation for Blanche Mars Bradley. She'll be 103 years old tomorrow. And I had the pleasure of going to the LaFollette Nursing Home Saturday and having a piece of her birthday cake. And she's such a lovely person to be celebrating 103 years. And Stan was doing the proclamation. Stan, how many presidents has she lived under?
18.
18 presidents. She's seen 4 world wars. She's probably seen the first airplane in a car. And this is one heck of a nice lady. And it's such an honor for me to do this for her on behalf of my council. And I asked her Saturday, I told her I'd bring her a plaque with her name on it. I said, I'll bring you a bouquet of flowers. And she said, don't bring me no flowers, just bring me some water. So I got to check that water to go up to the nursing home. I just want council to let you know what I'm doing and thank you for being supportive of these proclamations. Jimmy, anything?
Yeah, Mayor, I want to make sure that on the 13th at 10 a.m. will be the Dogwood Trail opening. I want to make sure that everybody knows that. We'll have the high school band here to play and cut the ribbon. The ceremony we do every year will be on the 13th at 10. And everybody remember the Easter egg hunt. It will be the Saturday the 15th. That's the Saturday before Easter at 11 a.m. We'll make sure that. Oh yes, and I've got.
This first.
Yep, Burke's Thursday at 8:30. We'll have a grand opening for Burke's. They'll have a ribbon cutting, and want to invite everybody to attend that. And also, one more thing is, I guess, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Archer, and Ms. Thompson, we've signed the mayor signed the papers today on the 1.5 million for the roads. So at your all's convenience, we need to set up a meeting to go out to look at the roads that get paid.
Jimmy, you gonna,
List these that on this list that we're gonna pay through the.
Yes, Jim's provided everybody with a list of roads here for y'all to consider for STP money. Only certain roads can be used with STP money, and Jim provided this list of STP paving money.
go ahead and name it, Jimmy, I call them.
North Avenue, that's from Central to Prospect. North Cumberland, from Central to Prospect. South 9th, from Central to Beach Street. West Prospect, from 11th to 19th Street. North 13th, from Central to the city limits. South Avenue, from Central to Jacksboro Pike, and the entire length of Beach Street for the STP funds. And then the other 1.5 million will be the additional that we need to meet and discuss which roads y'all would like to present to the full council to do.
Okay, this STP money, want the public to know, there's a 20% match on it. And Jim, on the STP money, these streets that Jimmy just announced, that's the only streets that money's spent for, right? That's all it's
Is
crazy.
this sufficient to do those streets?
Pardon?
Is it sufficient to do those streets?
Yeah.
The amount that you have on hand?
They need it.
Probably what we
Oh,
need
there ain't no doubt about that.
we need to do, Mayor, is coordinate the 1.5 million with the STP money, and once Rogers Group comes, just have them, or whoever bids, typically Rogers Group's the only one that bids on it, but whoever comes, have them to do all of them at once.
Right.
So,
Now, let me say, the paving you're gonna pay for out of city funds, we can get it ready to do a lot faster than we can get this STP paving ready. Because the STP paving, you've got to go through TDOT and all that permits and the whole bit. This other, you don't. So in all likelihood, we don't want to hold up the 1.5 paving project waiting on the STP project,
Right.
is what I'm saying. Because it'll be at least this fall before we get this STP project ready to do.
Okay. Another thing too, Jim, before they come in here, if we need to mill some of these streets down a little bit, you know, we bought a milling machine on these curves.
The milling is included in that.
Or is it, we can't do some of it ourselves
No.
in-house?
No, we don't have a big enough machine.
Okay.
Big Street, well, South Tennessee on this first paving project, South Tennessee from Central to Beach will be milled. Then on this second project, STP project we're talking about, the entirety of Beach Street will be milled. If you remember, it's already above the curve.
Right.
It's actually in. So it will be milled down to where the new street matches the curve. And that's included in this.
Okay.
One other thing, Beach Street, the price on it includes this thermal paving,
Striping.
thermal paint, which is plastic, which is what they use out here. There's a couple of other streets, I don't remember right offhand where we use that thermal paint, which lasts, right on and on. The main streets like, Beach, we can probably add it to South Tennessee, but it's not included in the project as it's written. But we can add it, Another street I would suggest would be South Cumberland.
Yeah.
And we can pay that out of the 1.5. Now, Beach Street, Ninth, and I don't remember what else is included in this SDP grant, or these streets that he listed.
13.
No, 13th is not, doesn't have the traffic to marriage,
SDP?
thermal paint.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying, the thermal paint, the distinguishing between thermal paint and regular paint. The heavy traffic streets is worth it. It's pretty
Jim, I
expensive.
think we discussed Beach.
Pardon?
I think we discussed Beach, South Cumberland, North and South Tennessee, and possibly South Ninth down to the rec center was the ones we discussed as far as thermal
South
paint.
Ninth, yeah.
Yeah, South Ninth on the secondary roads. I think that's the ones we discussed as far as the thermal paint,
Yeah,
just the high traffic.
I can't remember them all.
Yeah.
But some of these heavy travel streets, Jimmy and I talked about, we're proposing using thermal paint.
Okay.
And it's about 3 times as expensive as regular paint, but it'll last
Longer.
10 times as long.
Okay. All right. Is there any more announcements? All right, let's move on down to ordinances and resolutions. Item number 1, resolutions 2017-07, resolution for administrative services for the Dawson Lane Bridge project. Jimmy?
Mayor, I would recommend GRW Engineering Company for that project.
All right, you have the administrator's recommendation. What's the pleasure of council?
Move approval.
I have a motion.
I'm sorry, Mayor, I apologize. That's Community Development Partners, Administrative Services.
That's even.
Yes, I apologize. The
Okay.
first one's Community Development Partners.
Okay. I have a motion, have a second.
Second.
I have a second by Hot Rod. Any comments from council? Call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, resolutions 2017-08, resolution for engineering service for the Dawson Lane Bridge project. Jimmy?
Mayor, that would be, I would recommend GRW on that.
Okay, that's the one coming out, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have Jimmy's recommendation. What's council's pleasure?
Move approval.
Have a motion to it, have a second.
I'll second it.
Second by Ann. Any comments? Call the roll, then.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
All right, item number 3, resolutions 2017-09, resolution to provide for sale and payment of bonds and levy of tax payments for the payment of principal and interest with all utilities. What's council's pleasure?
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
I have a motion, Mr. Wilson, have a second.
I'll second.
Have a second by Mr. Archer. Kind of sweaty there, will you, Kenny, a little bit?
My skin began to wonder.
Have a second, Mr. Archer, any comments? Call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer? Mr. Bollinger?
I state I have a conflict. I work for Poly Utilities. I vote yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. I'm going to comment on that since we've done it. I went with Kenny here a while back and looked at the projects he's got going and their worthy projects to upgrade the utilities to their standards. And Kenny, we appreciate everything you guys do, and I just want you to know and your workers the job they done out here at Reed's mom and dad's last week when the tree fell on the car and that family. I was out there, and you ought to be very proud of your employees.
Thank you. I'll pass that along, and I will in turn say that I appreciate being able to work with the city on projects like that. I know there was department, fire department, police department, every other department you can think of was out there, and we work together really well. We've got a great relationship with the city.
We do. We probably one of the best working relationships, and I've been with the city, counting my time working for them and in the administrative part of it, almost 50 years. It's probably the best that I've ever seen, and we've got good employees, and I'm just so thankful that the family wasn't hurt.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 4, resolutions 2017-10, resolution to issue bonds in the amount not to exceed 8.5 million for LaFollette Utilities. What's council's pleasure?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Wilson.
I'll second.
I have a second by Mr. Archer. Any comments? Call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Again, I have a conflict. I work for Poly Utilities, but I vote yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries. All right. Item number 5, resolutions 2017-11, amendment to the original budget 2016-2017 budget. You have a copy of your packet.
Mayor, on this, I think that is for the lawn tractor. Tony wants to purchase. I just think in the motion, it needs to include that he purchases, from Quality Lawn on the state contract bid price.
Correct.
On the state contract.
Correct.
So, is that correct, Johnny?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You have your administrator's recommendation, which council's pleasure.
I make a motion.
I have a motion, Mr. Archer. Have a second.
Second.
Any comments? Call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer.
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, resolutions 2017-04, ordinance to adopt the public records policy for the city of LaFollette. It's the third and final reading. What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion, Mr. Bollinger. Have a second.
Second.
Second, Ms. Thompson. Any comments? No, there being none, call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer.
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, under administrations, approval for the city administrator to proceed to prepare for spring surplus auction. Jim, you want to comment?
Yeah, Mayor, we received some properties in the tax sale, and then the department heads have some surplus property also. And we'd just like for y'all to, the properties you received in the tax sale and the things that the department heads want to put in, we'd just like for y'all to declare that surplus and go ahead and give the ability to have an auction.
Are we doing all the tax sale properties? House off the street on Third Street, all of them?
Do we have a list of all the surplus property?
No, ma'am, not yet.
How many houses, Stan, you said there is? Just guessing. 4 houses?
4 houses.
Okay. Is there any more comments? What's council's pleasure?
Some of them have been demolished.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion,
Have a
Mayor.
motion, Mr. Wilson, have a second.
Second.
And a second, Mr. Bud, call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer.
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, item number 2, discussion on Big Al's property on West Central and North 13. Jimmy talked to Mr. Staff and
Yes, sir.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes, sir. And what I found out, I was gonna bring back a cost estimate on what it would take to repair the box culvert that's out there. And what I found out when I tried to start getting estimates is that it's gonna require a water flow study. It'll probably end up requiring TDOT and TDEC permits, and it will have to be engineered. So contact an engineering firm and ask them to come out and look at it. Because I think that once we start this, we'll have to build it back the way TDEC and TDOT tells us it has to be built. So until I have a better idea from the engineering firm, then I can't really give an estimate on the cost.
So I'll pull this off the agenda.
Please.
All right. I'll take it off the agenda. All right. Was David and Ms. Robinson satisfied?
Yeah, they were perfectly fine. We did that.
All right. Under administrative too, I talked to John Snarley this week about the double wide trailer. He's offered to give it to the city. And he said if we don't take it, the next person would be Chet's. And I'd recommend the city to take the double wide trailer. It's like brand new. Whoever we auctioned it off or give it to somebody or whatever. But,
I thought we had
I need
already
it.
voted to take it.
go ahead.
I thought we had already voted to take it.
Well, there were some doubts, what to do with it. Either we use it or sell it or give it away or whatever.
How long time do you have to move it?
I'd say within next month or so, Joe, because he's wanting to blacktop that parking lot. Probably when Rogers Group comes in here and does some of our streets, while they've got all their equipment in here, he'll probably want that parking lot. If we have to move it, we'll have to park it somewhere.
Where we got a place to park it?
Well, right now, we can park it up at the old Walden Tavern, temporarily.
We got that property back there next to Fine on Interstate. They probably run back
And if you move it, you don't need to move it twice. You know, I don't know if we get behind that property, tell me, what are you
So you
doing
think
about
about
that?
just not using it?
Pardon?
Are we talking about not using it?
It's whatever you guys wanna do with them. Yeah,
I mean, you could always go ahead and take it from them and put it in the surplus auction.
we can do that. But, you know, I asked Paul about looking at it, Mr. Sweat here, and Paul went and looked at it, and it'd be a good purpose for what he wanted to use it for. But John told me years ago, if we don't take it, he's got somebody else that's wanting it. He done promised it to, but we're first choice. I told him to let him know something tomorrow, where we want it, or he can give it to somebody else.
Paul has a piece of property, put it on.
Hmm.
Mr. Sweat has a piece of property.
I don't know, Paul, if we take it, Paul, you have a piece of property to put it on,
I'll give him one.
you can get one? Okay. And, you know, Paul's been here for almost a year and a half trying to work something out with the shelter for the men. And
It'd be better if you take it and move it, just move it one time.
yes. Okay.
I think Jimmy's fine with it, just as long as he knows we're taking it from John.
Okay, so just it doesn't tell John, we will take it, right? Rod?
Yes.
Annie?
That's fine.
Okay, all right, I'll get ahold of John tomorrow, okay?
And also, under administrative, the asset plan, remember, that received an email from Mitch Loomis on it.
Oh, yeah.
So we can compare to.
All right, please.
Okay, I received an email from Mitch Loomis yesterday on an asset planning grant. It's a $50,000 grant. What it will do is it will put a roof, heat and air, and fix windows on the old post office building. It's a 95.5 grant, so there's a $2,632 match on it. I just need for y'all to give me the approval to go ahead and write them a letter stating that we'll pay the $2,600 match on it. I think, Terry, we've got the money to pay that, don't we?
You have to come out fund balance.
Okay. I thought the other day when we talked, I thought we had it somewhere else. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know, it all depends.
Okay, you have Jimmy's recommendation, let's cancel this picture.
Well, Mayor, I don't think it requires a vote. But once, I just need to write them a letter, tell them that we'll pay the match, and then we'll have to do a resolution and vote and all that kind of stuff. But if y'all just let me go ahead, just give me the authority to go ahead and write them a letter and tell them that we'll pay the match.
Well, you know, they try to get grants for years, since we let them use the post office free of charge, they try to get some grants to redo the post office, and they've not received anything. It's one way we get the ball rolling, because it's a beautiful building.
No matter who's in it or who's using it, if we own it, we're gonna have to put a roof on it.
Right.
It's leaking, the windows are rotting out of it, and in places the wood's actually rotting, and, we'll have to eventually have to put heat and air in it, so no matter who's in it or who's using it, we're gonna have to do something with it, or it's just gonna continue to deteriorate.
Okay.
Larry, it might be a good time too, since you're talking about grants, to look at this new federal budget that's coming up, a lot of the grant money stuff is going to be cut out to the CDG or stuff like that. Just to draft the letter up, and they all sign it, send it to their senators and congressmen.
Okay.
Help the fight to keep it in there.
Okay, sure, dear?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, anything else, Jimmy?
No, sir.
Okay, we discussed, selected streets on STP. They have a motion from council. Those streets that, you go ahead and do all the streets that Jimmy give us.
I make a motion to do that.
I have a motion, Ms. Thompson, have a second.
Second.
Have a second, Mr. Marsh, call the roll.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, under
Jim,
park,
does that give you a heads up to get started on these?
It does.
You need to speed it up as fast as you can.
Right.
okay, moving along, Parks and Recreation approval of facility agreement for East League Sports. I'm gonna pull that from the agenda. Terry wants Johnny to get the league people over the league, Tim and Barbara. Terry, you want to comment, Terry, what?
Well, I think some of the council wants to change some of the agreement, and if they do, it's gonna take time to talk to all of them to see what we can do, what we can't do.
Okay, you and Barbara get with Johnny and just do your time. All right. Is there anything else for adjourning? Do you got anything else? All right.
Is there any progress been made on the gym over at the Housing Authority? John, have you heard?
No, I hadn't, John hadn't mentioned it anymore. You know, I told him, you know, just to get with us when he got ready, so I'm not, last conversation I had with him. Did he mention anything to you?
No.
What about the playground equipment he was gonna donate?
We're gonna move it when we do the, across the street. We're looking maybe at putting it at Pine Park, because we've had some people that want some equipment over there. We've already got pretty much the style equipment that is over here already. So we may put it at Pine Park. Guy was here last week, and he's gonna give me a price on moving it and getting it up to standards to where, you know, make sure everything's kosher with it. So I met with him last week, so.
And riding around looking over things in LaFollette, I find a tremendous need for playground equipment everywhere. Everywhere. This one over here is getting worn out. I mean, people are there all day long. Kids are there. Picnics are being held in that little pavilion. Then they bring their own tables and setting them up on up there, parties. But we need to really get as much playground equipment, Johnny, through grants or however you're getting it.
Yeah, we're getting ready to do an addition there, but then we're waiting on the state to release the contract. We're putting a merry-go-round in between the two structures now and bringing the AstroTurf on out to that one structure is about 8 years old, and then the other one's, what, 3 or 4
Yeah,
years
it's not home.
Yeah, the other one's just a couple years old.
Are we gonna try to get a merry-go-round?
Yes, it's
God, we love
it's not-
getting hot rods.
It's not actually a merry-go-round, it's called something else, but it's similar to a merry-go-round.
I love to get in the middle of a merry-go-round and fall and everybody step on you. Remember that hot rod?
Yeah.
That's the good days,
Especially
man.
fast as you could.
Yeah, it's like everybody off of it.
And that grant too is included in is paving of the walking trail. We're gonna widen it, so all that'll be new too. We got a $47,000 grant with a 47 match.
My little granddaughter this afternoon, I saw her down at her house after school, and she said, "Papa, it sure did get hot at school today." She said, "We was out there on that playground, and the only way you could cool off was either run or get on a swing." And so we had to stand there and wait for somebody in front of us to get through swinging before we could get on it and cool off. And I said, "Well, honey, I've been through that many years ago."
Speaking of getting hot, I got a call last week from a lady on the energy grant. I discussed it with Jimmy. They've approved us to go to the second phase. I've got to get some information. It's a $100,000 grant to replace the heat and air units that's about 30 years old in the old West LaFollette school. So it's 24 units. So we've got to get the information to them. I'm hoping we, can pull that off.
Takes a $50,000 match, correct?
It's a 50-50 match.
50-50.
That's something we can work in next year's budget. But the energy savings,
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
the energy savings on those new units, well, they will pay for themselves. Kenny probably don't want to hear that.
Oh, no.
No, you do want to hear it, don't you?
Yeah, it's according to who's asking.
But we do have one going on. And don't forget, department heads go ahead and start working on their budgets. And be honest with you, heat it as light as you possibly can. Cause like I say, it's, we've been real good as far as buying equipment and stuff, and trying to get everything you guys want, so.
What are you talking about, Mayor? I know you want to give hire new employees and everything.
speaking of employees, we need to figure a good pay raise for our employees. I'm really proud of them. All right, is there anything else? Anything else? Being no further business, this means adjourned. Thank you, good night.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mayor Stanfield?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here. Been no previous business, no, I guess, tonight,
I'll make a motion.